this video, I'll be working on the walls and doing some final touches on the electricity and the solar installation.
I'm slowly getting the walls up. It's not fun, it's not easy, and nothing seems to be square. So I need to put trim to cover up the edges to make it look nice, but that's going to be the last thing I do. Now I got to tackle that wall and figure out how I want to handle the wiring. Look at this mess. All right, all of those have to hook neatly into this, my little breaker box. So I just got to figure out how I want it to come through this wall that's going to be installed right here. I actually drew it out, trying to figure out what's the best way to do that. This is a mental challenge. My head hurts a little bit. I think I need to take a break. It's getting a little neater. The wall is up. My wires came out here, and I just gotta hook them into my little breaker box, and then I'll be ready to go play with something else. So I have all the walls up. It's not pretty. Nothing was square on this. So I need a lot of trim, but that's the last thing I'm gonna do. And I have some of my outlets already done. So they're just waiting for the cabinets to go in. So there they are. Oh yes, and I did write measurements on my hand because I couldn't find a piece of paper. My solar center is all ready to go. Just need the battery, some wires. And so just time to do some finished work. Look at this. The Amazon fairy granted me a gift. What do you think, Andy? Huh? Pretty cool? This is my fridge. So I used this one before. I really like it. It's actually a DC fridge freezer. And there it is. Let's see how big it really is. Inside is open. There's the inside of it. I can make it AC as well, but it's got a pretty good space in here, so you can see how much room I have. So that came, and my foam for my bed came. I'm not going to open it up because it's one of those super duper expanding foam things. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until I'm ready to use it. But it's 3-inch foam, and it is 36 inches wide by 72, I think, inches long. What do you think? You got a bed, Andy? I'm trying to figure out how I want to stain the wood. This is provincial oak. Just don't know if it's gonna get too dark. But it does bring out the grain a little bit better than the weathered oak. The weathered oak just kind of makes it just looks dirty. I'm not sure. Kind of leaning towards that. I'm not sure if that makes it look dirty. I don't know. I put tape on the floor to show where everything's going to be. So that's going to be the bed. That's going to be the kitchen area. The sink is going to be under the cabinets here. And this will be a countertop where I can put my little butane burner. And then over here, I have it kind of up higher so I get a feel for the height. That's where my fridge cooler is going to be. So that's going to be the layout here. I think it's going to work. There's only one way to find out. I got the bottom bunk in. I made sure that it was high enough that I could slide my spare tire in and out. And that's not going to stay. I have some really cool supports that are going to go here and here for the bunk, and started putting the supports in for the other bunk. And I don't know if you can see this or not. I cut them at a 45-degree angle so that it actually will then be trim for my edges. So I'm okay with the way that looks. These are the bunk beds. I had some really cool hand-hewn pine boards left over that are going to act like as supports. And I supported the weight of the bunk this way. And if you look, of course, I need to put trim on it and clean it up. But if you look, the width of these beds is actually wider than 36 inches. So I'm going to put kind of like a cabinet cubby there and a cabinet cubby there to store things. So it'll take up that space. And everything is at a wonky, weird angle. So I just embrace it. Everything's going every which way. So why fight it? I also am starting to think about the kitchen area, and I'm going to have these back in cabinets. So no, they're not going to look like that. I'm just kind of getting a feel. That's where the sink is going to go. The countertop is going to extend under the window here so I can put my little butane stove there. And I got to save room and access for my battery, and enough room that I could put a second battery in if I so choose. So that area needs to be kind of open and well ventilated back in there. So just gotta start thinking about cleaning this up with some trim, and I have a lot of sanding and trim work to do. But I am actually really happy with the way it turned out. I thought it would be really cramped in here, but so far, not so bad.